do you price charity cleans? This is a very interesting question with some intricacies that we need to talk about today. Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. We have a very interesting question. Here's what our caller asks.
My name is Ty. I recently tried to start a cleaning company a couple of years ago. It did not go the way I wanted to go. It ended up morphing into some home health aid type of thing, which is not anything that I'm qualified to do. But my clients had asked me to take care of their elderly parents because their elderly parents like me and they were the ones I cleaned for. So I wanted to get back into my cleaning company, but this time I wanted to do it right, and I need help with direction and pricing. My uncle lives in assisted living, and I go to visit him. They don't have a cleaning staff. When I go to visit him, his house is disgusting. So I was thinking about marketing to those type of apartment buildings to help out the elderly there who can't upkeep their apartments themselves. I don't want to charge too much, but I want to be able to pay my bills. Thank you for your time. I appreciate your help, and I can't wait to hear what you have to say.
Hi, Ty. I am very intrigued by your question, and I love the fact that you're wanting to help your uncle and the assisted living center that he lives in. That said, there are a couple of things that I also heard that I want to address before I answer your question directly. When you were explaining that you once had a house cleaning business and it turned into elder care because your customers needed your help and they asked you to do it, right as soon as you said that, there was this heavy sigh of anxiety. I can't ignore that. So you said you weren't qualified to do that and yet you accepted it. So the very first thing that I would like to suggest is that as you're restarting your business and you said you want to do it right this time, my suggestion to you would be to be very clear about what it is you do offer and what it is you don't offer. Because the question would be, if you go to service this assisted living center, I promise you're going to run into people that are elderly, like you said, and that need special care. What is to prevent you from falling back into a situation like that? So if you have very crystal clear boundaries on what you do provide and what you do not provide, when you are asked, and you will be, when you are asked, can you care for this person? You will say, I would love to do that, and that is out of the scope of the project that I'm qualified to do. I'm not able to do that. Even if it's your uncle, okay? So I hate the fact that your uncle is there. It sounds like he does need some help, and you said his place needs some cleaning. So if they don't have a cleaner right now, it's probably budget cuts. And so they may not even have the budget for a cleaner. I hate to say that, but maybe they don't. It doesn't deny the fact that they need one, which your sensitivities have already brought to the attention that they do in fact need a cleaner. You also said something else that scares me a little bit. You said, I don't want to overcharge, but I need to pay my bills. And so the fact that you want to be sensitive to their budget suggests to me they don't have a budget, because you wouldn't have said that if they're rolling in the dough and they're able to pay you, right? And so the fact that you need to pay your bills, I honor that, and that comes first. Because in a world where everyone has bills to pay, you have bills to pay too. And so you're not running a charity, you're running a business. And so first and foremost, I love the fact that you want to help. But the question is, how do you price charity cleans? Okay, that's the real question. This is a charity cleaning. If you go to this building and you clean it, it's a charity clean. So what I recommended is that this is not part of your business at all. It's not part of your business. What you do is you go out and you get regular customers and you have regular accounts that hire you on a weekly, bi-weekly basis, and you have regular money coming in on a regular basis so that you can pay your bills. That is running a business. And then the altruistic side of you is the side of you that says, I would love to go help my uncle. Now, what I would recommend is that you start and just help your uncle and clean your uncle's place free of charge. When you go to visit him, say, hey, I have a few extra minutes. Do you mind if I tidy the place up a little bit? Do what you can while you're there, but you're not going to be able to clean up the whole facility, nor should you. This is an overwhelming project that has no end in sight. And as soon as you clean it, you're going to be expected to come back day after day after day. And it doesn't sound like they have the resources to pay you. If they did, they would already have someone on staff. There is an issue. It's a health code issue where maybe somebody else needs to be brought in to look at the place if it doesn't meet anyone's standard of excellence. There are lots of places like this that fall under the radar because they are understaffed and they're under budget. And so there are a lot of places like that, and it's really sad that people have to live that way. And so if that's the case, maybe someone needs to be brought in from the outside, from the social services or what have you, to take a look at this place and determine what is needed. Maybe the government can kick in some money on a regular account. Maybe you can pick up that account, but I don't recommend it if you're just starting your business because it's a lot of red tape. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of focus and energy that's not going to bring you money today. And if you have bills to pay today and you're at a job that you hate or people you don't like or you don't get along with or whatever, and you're getting back into the cleaning business to renovate your own personal life, that needs to be the priority. And it sounds really selfish. And a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to focus on me and my business when, my uncle needs help. But the reality is you're not in business to rescue someone else. You're in business to rescue yourself. And you can't rescue someone else until you rescue yourself first. Lots of people have a money mindset where they don't want to charge too much. They don't want to overcharge. They don't want to charge what they're worth. And the reality is until you charge what you're worth, until you have money, you can't actually afford to go out and help other people at a charitable level. You just can't afford it. And so if you do, then you're spending all of your energy and your resources and your money helping other people, which then you come to resent. And then you start feeling hateful about the project because here, out of the goodness of my heart, I was trying to help and look, it really backfired on me and now I can't pay my own bills. So you don't want to find yourself in that situation because that's not motivating to you. It's not motivating to anyone. And then anger and frustration and angst, when you take that to a charitable house, they're going to feel it as well. Even if it's your uncle and you're related, then he's going to feel like, well, she doesn't want to be here. He doesn't want to be here. They're not really helping me. They're here against their own will, whatever. Then there's anxiety, there's frustration, there's whatever, right? You don't want to put yourself in a situation under those scenarios. So you really want to be careful about protecting yourself first. And so out of the goodness of my heart to the goodness of your heart, I love what you're trying to do. But my suggestion first is go out and get regular accounts that can support you. Get your business flourishing. And then when you're at a point, you can turn around and offer charitable help to someone else. You're in a position to do that. And it comes from the right place. And your business is already established and it's not eating away at your psyche and your personality and your spirit to try to help other people. All right, if you found this helpful, please pass it on to a friend. If we've earned your subscription, please subscribe. And until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.